Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe. So, you guys, so many updates. All of the updates, right? So, I haven't been on. First, actually, before all the updates, gratitude to each and every one of you here in the comments that wished me a happy birthday. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you. I do read through each and every one. Um, Another thank you goes out to Mama Mode for the card. I appreciate that. It arrived today on my birthday, right? And then I received a gift today from an anonymous person. There was not a slip, and I'm super excited about it. And this is a wetsuit. I'm super intolerant to cold, and so this is going to allow me to be out on the water more with Rowan and stuff. So super excited about that. Um, so updates, right? Gosh, there's been so much. Oh, hi, Lisa. First and foremost, I am happy to report that I am a Seattle Human Rights Commissioner at this point. At this point, it's unconfirmed by City Council, but I was accepted, and I'm super excited about that. And I was able to represent the commission in the Renters' Rights Forum. So that's been an amazing journey to there. Thank you. um, so yeah, that's one of the updates. And okay, so first, oh hi Mark's Adventures. So first, I want to say I haven't been on here and there's been nothing because my phone smashed. Oh, thank you, Jesco. My phone. I was out. Laura's very sick, right? So Seattle Dogs needs help. And so I told her, okay, fine. I got the truck, because she's just not physically able to do it anymore. She's dying. And so I was like, okay. So I was helping her in the storage unit and my phone smashed on the ground. Me being me, I did not have insurance on said phone. So I had to wait to get one. Then, and I can't name who, but one of the people or one of the organizations that I work for did not pay me for a month. And so I was unable to replace it. Luckily, I work for some other amazing organizations that were able to push through my invoices in a big hurry and got it to where I was able to have a pretty amazing birthday today. And it gave me, and I'll talk a little more about that probably in another live, but that was very interesting. That time without the phone brought up a lot of feelings of back, and really connection with some trauma that I'd experienced and kind of helped me sort through some of that. And especially being connected to, the loss of items or being unable to do, while things are falling away, do anything about it. I'm going to address some comments real quick. CM, thank you. Lisa, we missed you because I missed being here. But the problem is I had two-factor authentication on with notices to go to my phone number and no phone. For Facebook, I was able to scan my ID, and I thought that I would, I kept getting the organization kept telling me, oh, wait, we're working on it. And it just was in the mail type situation. And yeah, that was an interesting time. So anyway, I wasn't allowed to get into any of my stuff really, and that's where I was. And I've missed doing this, and I've missed the connections, and super excited to be back. And that's part of today as well. Bill, great sweatshirt, right? This is Homeless Advocacy for All, HA for All. I'm an advocate for that organization, and it's housing is a human right. And with all the organizations that I do belong to, which are a few, I think that all of them encompass that particular view and understanding of the world around us. Myra, happy birthday. Thank you. Mark's Adventures at 6 a.m. It is 10:36 here. And we finally got everything. I had to like push it back an hour because we'd just gotten like the pizza in. And so I wanted to eat. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna put on makeup. And I was like, you know what? I'm not. I'm not. I'm just gonna come as I am and just really just share the celebration of the wins lately. The Human Rights Commission. Um, we have Capitol Hill Day for National Alliance to End Homelessness, and that is on Thursday, where we'll be speaking with legislators and hopefully, just really sharing the wisdom that I have garnered through lived experience and through experience in my field now. Um, Noodles, hi, thank you. Joshua, happy birthday, thank you. Thank you, Mark's Adventures. Noodles, it's strange how that works. I did the same thing. How old am I now? I'm 43. Noodles, I haven't ordered those lockets yet, but I promise. You know what? Don't even worry about it. It's totally okay. It's going to be all right. And I'm processing it. And one of the ways that I'm processing it is by being absolutely grateful for every single day that I have with her, because I know it's a fact of life. I'm going to have days without her. And so I'm celebrating the fact that making sure that I tell her everything, how I feel, how amazing, how inspirational, what a difference she's made. All the things that, I think that sometimes get put off until there's a funeral. I am telling her now. I want her to know how much she matters to me. So that makes me feel good. And it makes her feel good too. And yeah, there's a lot of updates on that too. Um, that one girl, happy birthday. Thank you. You know what? I don't mind sharing my age. I am grateful to be here. I am at a place in my life that I never could have imagined. Never, never. I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't worked really hard, but also been uplifted by amazing people, work with amazing people. And I'm just so grateful to be where I'm at. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. So I want to talk about today. So I woke up today and I was like, it's going to be a good day. And I went into the vehicle because finally the other people that I had invoices owed, they pushed through and it hit on my birthday. And so I was super excited and I was like, okay, today's the day that I went and got my phone. So as a birthday present to myself, it was a great experience too. It really was. Oh, I had such a great experience. So I got there way early because like number one, I had to ask some guy at the gas station, like, he's just looking at me funny. Like I was stuck in the night. I was like, hey, do you know how to get to this place? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, could you just kind of point me in the direction? But he was like on it with the directions, like to my understanding, didn't try to, just gave me straight on directions and got me to where I was needing to be, which was grand. And I had Rowan with me. So we went into Petco and we looked around and then we left there, took a couple walks. And then as they were opening the door, they asked you, and I'm like, I'm here to buy a phone. And I go up and I was like, well, they're like, which one do you want? I was like, I want the S21 Ultra. And so she brought out this, which I don't know if you can see, but this is totally pink and it's totally me. And she goes, "Well, we don't have that in stock. I can order it for you." I was like, "Mm-mm, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I will be leaving the store with a phone today." And she's like, and she goes, "Okay." And so she brought out the S21, and this is splurging, huge splurging. And I know this, but I also know how after this time, I know how like it is so important and critical to what I do to have a working phone because I have fashioned my career around having that access. And so it was like, like all work came to a stop, but it didn't come to a stop. We actually did tons of stuff. We had the doorway project, which was a huge, like, I was so amazed to be there and taking photos of all these amazing organizations that are doing amazing. Like I said, there's tons of amazing updates. Like, it was so hard to have all of these amazing things and these community efforts and collaborations, and to just be like keeping it inside until because I think that by sharing that cultivate we cultivate this sense of community. We cultivate a sense of inspiration for others and also for ourselves by surrounding ourselves with those kind of people as well. So she brought this out, and she goes, this is the last one of these ones we have in stock. And I was like, uh, pink, I'm all about pink. And so it was great. She helped me set it up, and I was crying because I was like, because it's so weird to me because I was like, I have survived a lot, and even recently, like being unhoused without a phone, and it is definitely doable. But but I also know to do the amount of work that it takes to do run my organization and do the things that I do without it is devastating. It is absolutely devastating. So it was kind of the feeling of like watching everything I worked for fall away. And it was really scary. And like I said, luckily there was like I was open about it because I believe in honesty and I believe in transparency. I don't believe that you should hide those things. So I immediately like reached out to, but luckily also all my colleagues are kind of my friends and they all know that I'm very open. And I was like, hey, so this is going on and everything's coming to a screeching halt until I get a new phone. And they pushed it through. And I was like, okay, grand. That is lovely. Thank you so much. And here we are. So that brings me to my next amazing birthday surprise. And guys, I will address comments in just a minute. I see them popping up here, and I appreciate everything you're saying. I'm afraid that if I get into comments, I'll lose track of what I'm saying, and I really want to tell you about how amazing it got. Right? Is because I mean it was a present to myself, and me and Ro got to go and pick it up, and but it was something I needed. So it was kind of like, but still, it was wonderful and it was a wonderful feeling and it felt good. It felt really, really good to be able to do that. And just so everybody knows, I understand fully that that is a privilege. I understand fully that it is not a need. It is a want. And I am coming from a place of gratitude for the time for being able to do that for myself. And I guess I'm not trying to justify it. I just want everyone to know that, I do realize that that even speaking about these types of things is coming from, a place of privilege, and I do understand that, and respect, um and respect coming from a place of not so much. So anyhow, I get home and I'm excited, so excited. I just hear my granddaughter go, "Yay!" So I get home and I'm like, okay. And I had a meeting, went to my meeting. Then I get done with that meeting and I get a phone call and it's Shells. And I was like, she's like, "What are you doing right now?" I'm like, I just got out of a meeting. I have another meeting at 5:30. She's like, "Okay." So she's like, "Can we come up right now?" I was like, "Yeah." Go down to help her up with the kids. And the kids are like, "Happy birthday, happy birthday." They hand me a present and flowers. I got a stuffed, oh, I didn't bring it. It's a stuffed unicorn. Oh my gosh. It is so adorable. It's on TikTok. I posted that thing. I will also post pictures on Instagram here in a little bit, but it was amazing. And they got me a pony cake, or a unicorn cake, and the little stuffed unicorn they got me was pink. And it was really amazing. It was a fully pink day, a pink wetsuit. It's all pink. And pink flowers. And they sang happy birthday to me. And they were so excited. And it was it was amazing. It was the best the best ever to have them sing that. So I posted that on TikTok. If you want to check that out. Yeah, it was that right there. That was everything. And then my daughter came over, my littlest one, to say happy birthday. My oldest had to work. Otherwise she would have too. It's just a day filled with love, and Gypsy and Athena came up, and it's just been a day full of joy. A day full of joy and a lot of birthday wishes and kindness, and everything went well. And I am so grateful to be here. I'm alive. I am alive still, and cognizant of the world around me. And that's why I will always celebrate my birthday. So I'm going to address some comments now. I probably didn't go through all the updates, but I can hear the babies out there, and I'm going to have to get them down here shortly. Let's see. Okay. Happy birthday. Thank you to everybody who's saying happy birthday. Lisa, this one you can get through Homeless Advocacy for All, but you can also get one, and I don't have the link up, but you can get one with my business logo as well, for being. Let's see. We have 5 working phones. That's nice. Okay, whoa. Staying focused is important. Phones are important. They are. And yeah, it was just reminiscent, because that's what happened to me last time too, is I didn't have a phone. Like, you have there's nothing you can do. Like, it's either accept where you are or fight it. And the thing is if you fight it, you can get yourself into trouble. And that's where, I've seen people go, like, immediately opening lines of credit and all that other stuff. I'm just like, things are bound to get worse at this point. So I recognize the fact that I am drowning, and I'm just gonna float. So it was just, but honestly, you know what? Just be transparent about where you are. Let people know where you stand and where you're at. And most of the time, they'll come through for you. And, you got to make sure as well. I mean, I think it goes both ways that, you also have to be there for your community. And that's part of being a community, is that, we really do, as other members of the society, have a responsibility to do our best by that society and that community. And, there's microcosms of communities, and there's larger world communities, but we're all here. And I think it's our duty to each other to make it as seamless and positive as possible. um, you're the happiest lady. Thank you. You know, I'm always pretty content. I'm pretty content. I wouldn't say I'm always happy. I'm very passionate. I actually was in a meeting today and I forgot that sometimes I'm working with new people. And when I'm working with new people, I forget that they don't know me, and that a lot of the things from my brain injury can make me seem very rude. And one of those things is that when I'm passionate about something, such as such as displacement, homelessness, vulnerability, all of those at risk, equity. When I'm dealing with those, I tend to get very, very passionate, especially human rights. And I think that when I get passionate, I can get very aggressive. And I don't mean to be aggressive. I feel passionate, but the actions and the behaviors that I'm showing, and actually being virtual has helped me a lot with body behaviors, because I couldn't understand why people would be like, physically reacting to my presence like I was angry. And then I would have to be like, I'm not angry. Why are you acting like I'm angry? I'm just like trying to talk to you about this subject. And so today, I'm in this meeting, and I was like, bye, that one girl. I was in this meeting and I had to say, okay, for those of you who haven't worked with me before and don't know me, I can come off as very aggressive. I apologize for this. I am not feeling aggressive to you. I am not feeling in any way adversarial. This is just who I am as a person, because of some certain things, and it's not something that I can change at this time. And they were all like, no, it's fine. No. And I'm like, yeah, everybody says it's fine now, but but I think that it's important to let people know stuff like that. And then they understand. And then they don't feel like, you're yelling at people. Jess, you're not rude. You're honest and concentrated. Thank you. Nothing wrong. I love his passionate. Eva, happy birthday. I wish you happiness, luck. Thank you. It was an amazing birthday. And I am still going to go Oh, that's another thing. I decided that I'm going to parasail. So I am going to, at some point in the next 2 weeks, go parasailing, and I'm like super excited about it, and I'm going to film it. So, and also in the comments, if you want, just drop like, what sites in Seattle would you like to see? And we can go there. Like, I can take you there, and we can virtually, like, this is like, I can go and, we can do like a little live from that side, kind of looking around. So just let me know. Bobby, happy birthday. Oh, thank you. Lisa, yay. Your views on mental illness and anxiety. My views? They exist. I don't. I know. They exist, and depending on the severity and whether it's affecting your life in a negative way, you should seek treatment. I think everyone should see a therapist at some point. I think it's helpful to learn, and I'm not saying talk therapy. I'm saying a therapist that, is trained in CBT or DBT. It's never a bad thing to learn about ourselves and our behaviors and where they're stemming from and our thought processes and how, we can change those to better fit, where recognize our biases and work to change those, work ourselves into being better humans. And I think even more so with mental illness. I know for myself, I constantly have to watch myself always. And it's something I have to explain a lot. People will say, you don't have to explain it, but you do. You do. Because at some point, it will get to the point where people will say, that's not normal. And you'll have to say, no, it's not. How bold of you to assume I was normal. But they will, and they do. And especially when you're in spheres, I think sometimes where professional settings where there is rules for decorum, and that has actually virtually has been very helpful to me, because it's more casual now. And so it's better to have big movements and passion from a camera rather than in a group setting, if that makes sense. Um, let's go. That would be great. Um, let's love your email. I will be visiting Seattle in July. My email is somewhere in one of my blogs. I don't remember. Your best bet would be to go through Instagram. That's kind of where, I do business through my email and stuff. So Carol, how cool. I've always wanted to try paragliding. But I do believe I had my email up at one point. So whatever. I'm not going to be typing it in today, though. How cool. I've always wanted to try paragliding. Right? Right? I think it would be amazing. And it's in the sound. So, like, it's going to go over the city of Seattle. So I thought it'd be amazing to just. Okay, here's the thing, right? So I thought I would be dead. Like, straight up thought I would be dead. I didn't think I would have a life. And I thought that if I had survived by whatever, that it would be horrible, that it would be awful and dreary and gray and subservient and not worth living. And I wake up making a difference every day. Like, every day I get to wake up and make a difference. It is the most exciting thing in the whole wide world to know that you wake up and you're like, I'm going to make a difference today. It feels good. I have a place to live that's comfortable. I have my loved ones around me. I live in a beautiful place. The city is gorgeous. I have amazing colleagues. Oh my gosh, I work with amazing people. And I'm surrounded by good. And I'm amazed and so, so grateful. And, I think my birthday is kind of the time that, I really reflect that, just 5 years ago, I was sleeping under a bridge. And it's a very big disconnect. And a lot of people are, there is perseverance and there is work that, I had to put in. But I also think that it's very important to point out that I did not pull myself up by my bootstraps or anything of that sort. I was lifted and guided and helped and supported and loved by a community to be able to do what I do, to be able to give back, to be able to spend so much time figuring out the needs of a demographic. It's it's been but it's just been a lot of it takes a village is a good saying, but I think that there's just it's so intricate, and I'm so grateful. So that's really all I wanted to say is I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, and I'm glad to be 43. Yes, 43 years old and a grandmother. And to me, those are wonderful words. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Sam. And Nam, thank you. Jessica, your positivity is inspiring. You know, I think that I think it's just so important. I think that no matter what is, there is always a positive. Some days we can't see it, but I think that that's where hope is in that little outlier, right? Where we can't be happy or we can't be positive, like during a death, right? We're not going to see like, you know, we're not going to have someone close to us die and be like, "What? Yeah, but the sky is blue." Like that doesn't happen. So I think that hope is that in between knowing that there is something to be maybe not today, but there's something to be positive about always. It's just that some days we need to feel our feelings and we can't see it. Because believe me, I want to be very clear with you. I have days like, okay, I see under here. So you're a Gemini. Right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, the Gemini thing. So I want to make sure because people see this side of me, right? The outgoing, the passionate, the ah, but they don't see me, curled up into a ball, feeling worthless, haven't showered in 3 days, right? Right. But that's a reality sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that's a reality. And so I think that I want to be very transparent about those two sides that, it may look like I'm always positive and always happy, but I'm not necessarily in that moment. I have hope that I know in the future I will be because if I'm not seeing it, it's because I'm feeling my feelings. Love. Uh, Good night, Lisa. And I actually need to say goodnight too. I have been, and I talked way, way over. All right. All my love. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.